Hi and welcome to this video. So far we have looked at the stone circles and the amazing settlements of the mainland Orkney. In this video we're going to look at the burial mounds of Orkney, which you can find throughout the mainland and its many islands, including positioned outside the Ring of Bodka. But the best known burial mound is Maeshowe. Constructed around 2800 BC, this chambered cairn and passage grave is an archaeological marvel. It consists of a long entrance passage leading to a central chamber, which is flanked by smaller cells. The precision with which the stones are laid, and the cobbled roofing technique, and the alignment of the entrance passage captured the setting sun during the winter solstice underscores the advanced engineering skills of the builders. This mound is the only one you have to pay to enter, and you are taken to view the inside by groups rather than being allowed to explore on your own. Also, no photos are allowed. I will put a link in the description of the videos that were able to film inside. If you're in the area, it is really well worth paying to go inside and having a look. If not, do watch the videos, as the interior also tells a fascinating story of cultural interaction. Viking explorers broke into the mound and left behind a series of runic inscriptions on its wall. These carvings, which include both graffiti and more formal inscriptions, provide a unique glimpse into the Norse presence of Orkney. This blending of Neolithic and Viking heritage makes Maeshowe a site of exceptional archaeological importance. We do know that this mound was positioned in such a way that at one time of the year was special to the builders. A few days before and after the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, the light of the setting sun shines straight down the passage and illuminates the back of the central chamber. There are other burial mounds you can visit which are free, and you can enter some of these. So these are just a few on the mainland of Orkney, but Orkney is also made of many islands. The next few barrows we are visiting is on the Isle of Rousey, a very stunning place to visit, and is known for its rich archaeological sites, including numerous Neolithic, Bronze Age and Iron Age ruins. There are quite a few burial mounds on this small island, roughly about 15. Not all are open to the public to visit. I managed to visit 3 of them, with at least one being the most impressive and perhaps the largest I have seen. The first one we visited is a Neolithic burial cairn, thought to have dated from between 4000 to 2500 BC. The monument includes a rare example of a double-tiered chamber, something I had not seen before, and to be honest not heard of. There is an upper chamber approached via a passageway, and a lower chamber, which was originally separated and had independent passageways. The lower level is cut into the bedrock of the hillside. Now you can reach the lower chamber via a modern ladder from the upper chamber, although I have to confess I did not go down the ladder. It is unknown why the chambers were stacked in this way. In 1898, excavations uncovered part of the upper chamber, and access was gained to the intact lower chamber. The site was fully excavated in 1937, at which time the upper chamber was covered with a domed roof. Finds include several skeletons, cremated bones, bowls, a flint arrowhead and scrapers. The next one we visited is also a neolithic chambered cairn, the tomb constructed around 3000 BC, characterised by stalled burial compartments. The burial compartments that are separated by upright stone slabs. Believed that these type of cairns served small farming communities, and it has been suggested that it was in use for hundreds of years, although only 2 skeletons were found at the time of the excavations. And then we come to Mhow, which has to be the most impressive chambered cairn tomb I have seen. The tomb is housed in a hangar to protect it from the weather. Visitors can explore inside the tomb via a raised walkway, and gives you such an amazing view of the stalled burial compartment chambered tomb. It really is a remarkable Neolithic burial site, dating back to around 3500 BC. It features a long rectangular structure measuring approximately 33 metres in length and 13 metres in width. Its large central chamber is divided into 12 compartments by pairs of upright stone slabs, a typical characteristic of this type of tomb. The cairn was used for communal burials, and excavations have uncovered numerous skeletal remains, pottery and artefacts, offering an insight into the burial practices and daily lives of Neolithic people. Discovered and first excavated in the 1930s by Walter Grant. These were all the burial mounds I could visit on this island, but close to Midow Chambered Cairn tomb is the Midow Brock, which I did visit as I was so close by. The Brock is part of an ancient settlement, part of which has been lost by the coastal erosion. The Brock Tower has an interior diameter of 9 metres, with a wall about 4.5 metres thick, which still stands to the height of around 4 metres. The Brock interior is crowded with stone partitions, and there is a spring-fed water tank in the floor and a hearth with sockets which may have held a roasting spit. The Brock is surrounded by the remains of other lesser buildings, and a narrow entrance provide access in the defended settlement. The other buildings seem to have been built as adjacent houses, but later in the site's history they were used as workshops, and one of these buildings still remains, its iron smelting hearth. The Brock and attending buildings were excavated between 1930 and 1933. It was then taken under guardianship. The excavations recovered stone and boned tools associated with grain processing, spinning and weaving. Also found were pieces of moulds associated with bronze working. Also discovered was a fragment of Roman bronze vessel. What I enjoyed exploring these monuments is how different they are to what I'm used to seeing in Wiltshire. Orkney really is full of hidden treasures, and I hope one day to return and explore more of its islands. But for now, we conclude our journey through the ancient burial chambers of Orkney. We are left with a profound sense of wonder. These prehistoric settlements, not just the burial mounds but the stone circles and the settlements, standing the test of time, offer us a unique glimpse into the lives and the beliefs of our distant ancestors. Their craftsmanship, alignments with celestial events, and the mystery that they hold speaks volume about the ingenuity and spiritual of the Neolithic people. All the monuments we have visited are not just archaeological sites. They are timeless monuments that connect us to the rich past in culture and tradition. Exploring these burial chambers remind us of the importance of preserving our heritage and continuing to seek understanding about the civilization that paved the way for us. As we learn from their legacy, let us carry forward the spirit of discovery and respect for the history that shapes our present and future. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Orkney's ancient burial chambers. What we have seen over the past few weeks is the prehistory places I managed to visit. There is still more to come from Orkney, which will come in the future. Before I go, I would like to say a really big thank you to the viewers and subscribers, to the patrons and to those who have bought me a coffee. If you would like to support the channel, links will be in the description below. I hope this journey has sparked your curiosity and appreciation for the ancient world. And until the next time, stay safe.